What's up, guys? I'm Nick, and I'll be the second affirmative side, and here I'll be debating and refuting the negative side's claims, as well in addition to supporting my partner's side for the affirmative. Now, for the negative side, their significant claim is that increasing minimum wage would lay off increased costs. Their inherency essentially says that increasing the minimum wage will also increase the cost of goods. And the insolvency claim comes down to it affects the most poorest areas in a negative way, and that it doesn't keep up with inflation, or inflation will negatively affect it. Now, I'm going to break down and refute the negative claims. Firstly, when their claim that raising the minimum wage would increase the price of consumer goods, I want to first start by saying that the minimum wage has not kept up with inflation. And that comes directly from Daniel Anderson, who is an economics analyst of the Chicago Federal Letter, who states that a $1.75 hike in the hourly federal minimum wage will increase the level of real gross and domestic products, or GDP, by up to 0.3 percent points in the near term, but with virtually no effect long term. And essentially what it's saying is that minimum wage has not been able to keep up with inflation. So the claim that if we raise minimum wage, it would negatively affect goods, well, we've already been increasing with inflation, and minimum wage has stayed the same, and that hasn't helped it at all. So by increasing the minimum wage, it would come back to the consumer and actually benefit them. Now, additionally, increasing the minimum wage would actually reduce poverty. So they're saying that increasing goods, which would affect people in a bad way, and that they can't afford stuff, but we're saying that increasing the minimum wage would help reduce poverty significantly. Now, this comes from the U.S. Department of Labor and the history of minimum wage rates under the Fair Labor Standards Act. And they said that a person working a full-time job at the federal minimum wage of $7.25 per hour earns about $15,080 a year, which is 20% higher than that of 2015 federal poverty level, which was $12,331 for a one-person household under 65 of an age, but 8% below the 2015 poverty level of $16,337 for a single-parent family with a child under 18. Now, essentially what this is saying is that minimum wage, since it's been stagnating, has not been able to help people. We still have people that are barely making $15,000 as of that report, and minimum wage would help these negative benefits. These negative consequences. And from the same article of the Congressional Budget Office, who states that according to a 2015 Congressional Budget Office report, increasing the minimum wage to $9 would lift 300,000 people out of poverty, and increase to $10.10 an hour would lift 900,000 people out of poverty. That's a significant amount of people who are coming up from their immediate lives under poverty. Now, the second point, that the negative claims that increasing the federal minimum wage would disproportionately harm the poor. Now, we're here to say that the increasing minimum wage would actually have a ripple effect, raising the incomes of people who are slightly above the minimum wage, who would stimulate the economy and help bring out those people who are on the lowest levels. Now, this comes from Melissa S. Carney and Benjamin H. Harris on the report of the ripple effect of minimum wage increasing on American workers. And they're both also PhD economists. And they said that increasing minimum wage will result in higher wages for 3.7 million people currently earning minimum wage. Now, you have to think that if minimum wage raising is so bad, why would it negatively affect people that are stimulating the economy, especially middle-class workers that are affected the most? If you stimulate them and you raise the middle class, it benefits the economy as a whole. Now, from the same article, they additionally found that increased minimum wage would help 35 million workers. That's 29.4% of the entire workforce in America. And additionally, a higher minimum wage would reduce government welfare spending. Now, Rachel West and Michael Reich on the effects of minimum wage and SNAP enrollments and expenditures from the American Progress website, they say that if low-income workers earn more money, their dependence on, eligibility for, and government benefits would decrease. Essentially saying that by limiting government spending, that's less money that we have to tax on them, and therefore it benefits the economy more. The government's not spending so much on trying to help all these people that are currently in poverty because we're not raising the minimum wage. And additionally, Rachel West and Michael White from the Center of American Progress reported that in 2015, raising the minimum wage by 6% to $10.10 will reduce the spending of supplementary nutrition assistance programs, or SNAP, by 6%, and that has to do with everything from food stamps and the like. Additionally, the Economic Policy Institute determined that by increasing the minimum wage to $10.10, more than 1.7 million Americans would no longer depend on the government for assistance programs. And the report increase should save about $7.6 billion off the annual government spending for income-supported organizations. And lastly, the negative claims that the minimum wage will increase the price of consumer goods. And, oh, sorry, I already covered that. Oh, sorry. So the negative also claims that increasing the minimum wage would force businesses to lay off employees and raise unemployment levels. Now, we say that the increasing minimum wage will increase worker productivity and reduce worker turnover, as my partner stated. And that comes from Janet L. Yellen, who is an economist for the efficiency of wage models and employment of information microeconomics. And she states that increasing minimum wages are associated with increasing productivity, according to economists including Janet, who is also a PhD and the chair of Federal Reserve. And Alan Manning, Dr. PhD, professor of the economics of London School of Economics, stated in 2014, as the minimum wage increases and work becomes more attractive, labor turnover rates and absenteeism tends to decline, showing that there's a direct positive correlation between increasing the minimum wage and worker turnover rates declining. And also in 2014, University of California, Berkeley study found that striking evidence that the turnover rates for teens and restaurant workers fall substantially following a minimum wage increase, declining about 2% for a 10% increase in minimum wage. And lastly, current minimum wage is not high enough to help people in affordable housing. So as my partner stated that not enough people have essential goods, well, not enough people have the ability to afford housing because they can't keep up with the cost. And that comes from, according to a 2015 report, the National Low Income Housing Coalition, a worker must earn at least $15.50 an hour, over twice the federal minimum wage, to be able to afford rent at a modest one-bedroom apartment for $19.35 for a two-bedroom unit. And that's more than 2.5 times the minimum wage. And essentially we're saying if people can't even afford basic essential goods, people can't even afford housing. And we would need to, at the very least, for a modest one-room increase, we would need to at least double the federal minimum wage. So, in conclusion, that is my side of why I believe we should increase the minimum wage. Thank you very much.